Hey everyone, welcome to a new series called The World on My Plate. Today we have with us Jack, who's going to teach us a little bit about French cuisine. Without further ado, let me introduce our guest for today. Hey Jack.
Yes, hello. Pleasure to be here. Very excited to be on this show with a great budget, as you can see from the lighting. Yeah, like really happy to be here. But also, my name is Jacques, not Jack.
Jack.
No, Jacques.
Jack.
No, Jacques.
Jack.
No, Jacques.
Jack.
No, it should come from the stomach, all the way up the esophagus and then out of the mouth. Jacques. Jacques.
Jack.
Never mind, I don't think you can do it. You are horrible at this. Yes, about French cuisine. French cuisine is all about class. It's all about being expensive and cool and awesome. That is basically France in a nutshell. It's all cool. It's all about class. You have to be classy. And like you see, I'm wearing a shirt. You're wearing a t-shirt. So it's just about the way that we are brought up, and we just exude class. Even if you look at our investments, they've all been classy locations and which are doing well, like Canada or Pondicherry. What? That is not an allowed joke. We can just snip it out. We can alter their video. We're good at that stuff. We're good at altering history, French people. What? That is not an allowed joke as well. Where is this book of allowed jokes? I want to see it. Yes, the French are very, we have good jokes. Just because you find it offensive doesn't mean I can't crack it. Okay, anyways. So it is a very nice, classy cuisine. Even if you look at France in other dimensions, like what are the kind of what do you call it, emotions that were associated with the emotion of love. France is all about love. It's all about loving food, loving people. Even at immigration, we don't ask questions like, what is the intent of your stay? We are like, who are you in love with? Where is your lover? I actually, being a French national myself, had gone out and got into a kind of an altercation with my significant other, and ended up coming back to France alone. It was very hard. The immigration officer called me a bit about what do I love. I managed to sneak in because I just said something like football, and that was around the time that France had won the Football World Cup with Mbappe, so somehow managed to sneak in. But it's all about expensive, cool immersion. We haven't invested in something like jealousy, and that is what the Germans have invested in. That is not an allowed joke as well. What the hell? Anyway, it's cool and always associated with class and beauty and cool things, and that is reflected in our food as well. So today we're going to look at two dishes. One is the croissant, and the other is the macaron. And I'm going to tell you about how it is cool. Unfortunately, I need to go wash my hands, of course. Can't stand COVID. So So sorry about that. This food looks like it's been dug into, and the reason for that is because the stupid cameraman was not rolling. So take two this is. So we're going to review the croissant and the macarons today. Like I was saying, French cuisine is all about class. And so things like the croissant are one of the hardest pastries to make. Even if you look at desserts like macaron or crème brulee, for example, is the hardest dessert to master. It needs like a blowtorch and stuff. So it's all about being fancy, it's all about being classy. So not everyone can make it. So let's first talk about the croissant. Croissant is actually made with lots and lots of folds and layers. So it's very hard to make. Actually, it needs to be done exactly right. So if you tear into the croissant, so I'm just going to tear a piece to show you now. Yes, I'm being saucy, busy, savage here. Yeah, so sorry. But if you look at the croissant, it has a lot of flaky layers, and that's because of the folds. It's made by folding and folding and folding. Actually, more folds than the number of times you folded when we played poker. That's an acceptable joke. Anyway, yes, if you can see, it's light and fluffy. I'm going to take a bite. Amazing, like great texture, great food. Not as good as the ones that you'd get in France, of course, but decent. Pretty good, nice buttery flavor. And let us dig into what's left of the macaron. So this is a blueberry macaron with a lavender cream cheese filling. Amazing flavor, amazing product, beautiful. Let's try this one. So this tastes more like it's been made here. It tastes purely artificial and pretty disgusting. But this one is really good. And again, when we talk about macarons and how it's classy, actually it can't be made where the moisture is a lot. So we've kind of eliminated half the work by doing that. So this can be made only in like dry environments. So yeah, it's pretty classy that way, and unless you have like fancy equipment, you can't make it. So it's very, very cool that way. Again, very hard to master, very hard to get it right. So it's pretty cool. I'm going to have another bite of this. This really tastes like home. You know, when we eat it, we actually taste it in the front of our mouth initially, then taste it in the back of our mouth, and then it goes down the esophagus into the stomach. And like you people, you're just like eating and eating. Like there is no savoring the flavor. So actually, I think if you savor this at the back of your tongue for some time, you can actually pronounce these terms correctly, because you're literally choking on it. So you're like, croissant, macaron. Obviously, don't try it outside the house at this point in time. You might get jailed. But yeah, it's great classy food. I'm going to finish this off and give this one to the cameraman. You guys stay home and stay safe. Thank you.